I think whichever part of the country you are, you need to know when your voting is. We just spoke about Delhi being on the 25th of May. Just to tell you, Karnataka will vote in two phases on 26th April and 7th May. Karnataka, if you're in Bengaluru, Mysuru, it's 26th April and 7th May. Tamil Nadu, if you're in Chennai, Coimbatore, will be on April 19th. So Tamil Nadu, one of the few states, single phase, Tamilians known to conduct elections very efficiently. Andhra Pradesh, remember it's both Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha here, big fight there, 13th of May. Telangana also neighboring state on the 13th of May. If you're in Hyderabad, put it on your calendar, 13th of May. Producers do put each state also now one by one on our graphics. And Kerala, 26th April. So Kerala done and dusted in one day in April. Tamil Nadu done and dusted in one day in April. So Tamil Nadu will be over on the first day of the polling. So the two states where the BJP is weakest, many would believe, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, they didn't open their account in both these states. That's over and done with. The Prime Minister's southern push will be over in the very first phase itself. Interestingly, Karnataka also gets over pretty early by the 7th of May. So basically, southern India is over by the 13th of May. So the first 3 weeks will be southern India, and then the battle shifts to the Hindi heartland. If you're looking at it geographically, that's how you've got to see it. Abhishek Mishra, you're there in Lucknow. 7-phase poll in UP as well. Again, no surprise. It was what, 6 phases last time? Or 7 really last time as well. So UP and Bengal and Bihar are the 3 states that the EC will take particular care of, either because of fear of violence or just the sheer size of these states.
Well, absolutely, Rajiv, and that is why Uttar Pradesh is once again going to vote in all 7 phases. The voting will begin from the western part, usually it begins from there, and will move towards the Awadh region, and then ultimately at the eastern Uttar Pradesh, that is the home ground of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, what is also very interesting is that Lucknow, the capital, will vote on the fifth phase, and Varanasi and the other very important parts of the eastern phase will be voting on the last phase, that is on 7th. So particularly, it's a massive, preparation on the ground as well. We have seen how BJP has already begun their preparations on the ground. And even, in terms of numbers, UP has always been very significant. And the deployment of the security forces and to make sure that the election is smooth, such an arrangement has always been witnessed. And it is once again very, very much evident. What is also very important is now we will certainly witness now one by one how immediately now the tickets will be announced, because India Alliance so far, barring some of the seats by the Samajwadi Party, the Congress has not yet revealed a single candidate in Uttar Pradesh. They're fighting on few seats which were given by Akhilesh Yadav as part of the alliance. Also, Mayawati standing all on her own. 9+7 candidates has already been given by her. So that is something which is also interesting. A lot of heat to this election. Indeed, last time she was along with Akhilesh Yadav, a Mahagathbandhan, but this time it's between BJP, India Alliance and Mayawati, in a way will certainly affect the voting trends and also the vote share which she's claiming to be. So that is what is very important. And another thing is that the accumulative vote share of Congress and Samajwadi Party, which last was approximately 24%. So if they are going to exceed that and in alliance, that is something which remains to be seen, because BJP has already touched 49.98% of vote share in 2019, and this time they're all set with Mission 80, which is they're claiming, but practically also it looks very feasible for the BJP to get at least 70 plus in Uttar Pradesh, and that is why all these 7 phases are going to add on to the big tally of the BJP, which is ultimately 370 plus, which the Prime Minister has all openly, challenged. And at the same time, UP once again will be very significant, adding on to the victory of the BJP if they are looking at it. Yes.
Okay, Abhishek Mishra saying how the road to Delhi always leads through Lucknow. So the BJP aiming big there in UP. Most polls giving the BJP as of now the big advantage in Uttar Pradesh. Aishwarya Paliwal tracks the Election Commission for us. There was a question, Aishwarya, that Javed Ansari had asked earlier and said that we should be asking this to the Election Commissioner. then why aren't you having 100% VVPATs? Why this has been a demand that some of the opposition parties, Congress says the Chief Election Commissioner has not responded to their letters. Did anyone ask him that? Is there any possibility of a more expanded VVPAT verified paper trail with EVMs this time?
Well, let me tell you one thing, Rajdeep. This is a question which some people obviously have been asking, the opposition parties also. But one of the practical implications of the VVPAT, and this is what the Commission says at the moment, is that the duration of the elections will become longer. And they also say that whenever the VVPATs are opened and the tally is being done, that time the political agents at the moment are always standing in those rooms where the verification takes place. So they say that when this is already being done, then at the moment they don't feel a need that VVPAT should be 100%. And also they say that if you want to take out the slip and if the people just want to physically examine the slip, there are high chances that some people unknowingly might just keep the slips in their pockets, might carry them with them. Then a second problem will arise, that the number of slips and the number of votes will not tally. So that's the practical example that the Election Commission has been giving. But yes, the opposition parties have been asking for it, at least not in this election. But yes, we can expect, them increasing it by at least 10 to 20%, but in coming elections, at least not in 2024 elections.
So what is the big new thing that you picked up? Is there anything new in 2024, Aishwarya, that we didn't see in 2019?
Well, one of the biggest things, Rajdeep, the big takeaway for me from this Election Commission press conference is the immediate takedown that will take place of content on social media. They have more than 2,000 people who have been appointed as observers. They have been given the power. So, for example, if there is something that a political party tweets out which is misinformation, then that officer has the right to take down the content immediately. The political party can obviously submit an application. That is a different thing, but immediate taking down of content will now take place on social media platforms, and the Commission has reiterated that this time they will make sure that no leader, no political party is spared. If there is something that the Election Commission catches, even if it's cash or even if it's something, small mistakes on social media, that is something which will not be allowed. So if there is any kind of misinformation from any candidate, from any political party, it will be taken down immediately. The officers have now been given this power. Rajdeep.